Yes, yes, welcome world. How y'all doing out there, everybody out there, brothers and sisters? Welcome to this new show called Play Your Position. This is Lady Savage, this beautiful lady on my left, and I am DJ Superior. We are gonna cover some issues. This new show, like, we cover issues, like things that people talk about all the time, right? Like in barbershops,
nail salons.
You could be at your grandmother's house fussing about something, on the block and stuff like that. So
kitchen table talk.
Kitchen table talk. You hear how that sound? So that's what we're doing on this show, and it's called Play Your Position. A lot of people don't know how to play their position. You know what I'm saying? So on this show, we're talking about things like that. Okay. So, how you doing today?
I'm good.
She look good, don't she? Yes. This is a very special lady. Just letting you know that a lot of times we came up with this show because we used to sit around and talk about things and debate things. And I was like, we need to turn this into a show. Because I always told her she needed to be on TV. So right now, this is the process. And this is what we're doing. And how you doing? Everything's all right?
Everything's good.
She's a mother. She's a good mother. You know what I'm saying? Me, as a father, I'm not going to, everybody, I'm a father. I'm a all right father. There's things I need to learn and get a little better and stuff like that. But it's a work in progress. All right.
The first topic is...
Oh, today's first topic. I know y'all seen the R. Kelly thing. We have to touch on that first. Because I feel personally, on a serious tip, I feel that it's open season on men right now. I mean, the issues, like, for instance, there was a situation where, I'm gonna go to Cardi B real quick. There was a situation where, I don't know if you heard this, they said that Cardi B used to get people drunk, like men drunk and rob them.
Yes, I heard this.
Now, you do know if that was vice versa, that would be like a big problem.
But see, the issue is none of her victims came forward, and none of her victims are trying to press charges. In this case, certain victims did come forward, and that's kind of why it went the way it went. And a lot of times, now we'll say, once one domino falls, a bunch of dominoes start falling. But at the end of the day, these are victims, and these are things that was done.
Okay, and just to let y'all know, I love Cardi B, so I love Cardi B. So I'm just talking about the issue. And we should be able to have these conversations without somebody being like, I want to, and we're not being disrespectful, we're just talking real, okay? And this is in the afternoon, so this is not the Breakfast Club. So, yes. So just to go back to R. Kelly, I felt that 30 years was too much.
Was excessive.
Yeah, that's crazy. I done seen things where people done cut their wife's heads off, and they didn't get that time.
Well, a lot of times with those situations, it's a plea bargain. Like with Jared Fogle, the guy from Subways.
Okay.
Now, he was messing with little girls too.
All right.
He was messing with little girls through states.
All right.
And they had all the proof, they had all the evidence, they found a bunch of stuff on his computer and stuff like that. He pled to 15 years. He didn't try to fight it. So a lot of times it is a race thing, and sometimes it is a simple, how do I say it? It's simply they plea bargained out and they got less for plea bargain. Now, do I think R. Kelly would have got less? No. I think the biggest issue with what happened with R. Kelly is a lot of this stuff passed the statute of limitations, and he got RICO'd at. That's crazy to me. Most people do not get RICO acts for something that's a sexual assault.
Yeah. They use that for the mob, don't they?
Yes.
It's crazy. And then they said he was running some sex enterprise. Y'all will say anything just to pile charges up on somebody.
No, the biggest issue, honestly, with R. Kelly is his team. A lot of people should have went to jail. It was not. They were funneling women to him.
Yeah, but before we even get to that part, I want the part of you're locking people up and just giving them any time that you want. It's still against the law what you're doing. And if that's the case, then we need to go after a lot of slave masters that's still alive, or their families alive with their businesses and stuff like that.
The fact that the lady that caused Emmett Till's murder is not getting locked up with her 80-something-year-old butt, I have a real problem with that. That I'm more upset about.
Those are things that Charlie Sheen slept with 100 women. Allegedly, he had AIDS. Where's the big lawsuits? Where's the big... I believe that time when that happened, they gave him another show. Bill Cosby, 60 years ago, whenever that happened, or whatever they claim, and when I heard the story, I heard the woman went back and messed around with him again. So who gets abused and goes back again if they was abused? And then 60 years later go, oh, I'm still affected by it. I want to...
This is what I'm gonna say about that. When it comes to sexual abuse, it does stick with you for the rest of your life. Now, the women that went back multiple times, that is questionable to me. As a woman, that is questionable.
There was women that also said they were paid to exaggerate their story on Bill.
I believe that. He was trying
to buy a network,
yes,
all that type of stuff.
Yes.
When they want you, just to let y'all know out here, they bill you up to tear you down.
The issue is, and this is honestly, you could look in the Bible, you could look throughout history. Most men's downfall is women. So, whose fault is that really? If history is showing you your downfall is what's between your legs, why would you keep repeating the same mistakes?
That's like telling, yeah, but some of those issues are not mistakes. They're being made as mistakes and made as whatever.
Okay,
There's a lot of women that they done pulled aside.
But how many women who have power have ever been in a sex scandal?
A couple of them.
Name one. That it took them down.
Took them down?
Yes, where...
Oh, I don't know if it took them down, but they've been in some stuff. There's been teachers that have been caught messing with students and stuff like that. Now, we hear about it at that time. We don't hear about it long. We don't hear about it destroying their life. And say they get a job and they're trying to better their life. They don't keep digging with them and keep going and keep going and keep going.
But do you know why? The majority of those women, it's only that one person. It isn't a history of...
It was a school teacher that had a history.
Okay.
And she kept doing it.
You gotta tell me a name.
I don't know her name. There's a couple of teachers you could bring up. Teachers that messed with students and got caught. It's a bunch of y'all. But y'all don't get that same whatever.
But that's also a male-female thing.
What's up with females?
When you work with men and a female has sex with a young boy, the problem is other men and other young boys are like, he gets a pass. He got to screw the pretty teacher.
Yes.
Opposed to when a woman is touched by an older man, the first thing that society does is, oh my gosh, she's a victim. They're both victims. They both are victims. I've seen the issues that occur after a boy has had sex way too young.
Look,
so it's both issues, but the problem is the way society sees it. But it's not. This world is a male-driven world. So y'all are the ones that are making the laws. Men are the ones making the laws. Even if the women are the ones pulling them down, trust and believe there's a male judge pushing those buttons.
Okay.
And giving those sentences down.
None of those male judges are black. So
that's true.
I don't know what We ain't making no laws. What laws we making?
I'm not talking about you.
If we make, not me. I said if, look, R. Kelly doesn't belong in jail for no 30 years. Okay? And a documentary made this whatever. And then with Gail, look what she do. And this is a black woman. Like she said, this show is, we try to cover certain things. We try to big up our races and stuff like that. Look what Gail did. She had those two women there, and she was basically getting on trying to ask what was they doing in the bed. Why would you ask another woman that? What if you had an interview, Gail, and they started asking you what was you doing? You did your job and you did what you did. And meanwhile, right after that, Mr. Weinstein got in trouble. The biggest movie, what was that? Black Panther. Some of those actors, they were allegedly asked to do stuff.
Lupita Nyong'o. It was one actress, but
we don't know who else women did not come out and say.
No, with Jeffrey
he did one. He didn't do
with
one.
Him. No, he got 23 years.
Okay.
I believe his trial is still going on in LA. They're going to be starting a new trial. I don't know how true that is. We'll see what happens.
They also was talking about his health and everything. We hope he can stand trial, and we're concerned about his health.
But
you ain't concerned about a black man's health?
Exactly. If a young black guy kills somebody, he needs to go to jail. He's a thug. When a white kid kills a whole entire school, it's Johnny needed therapy, and he was having a lot of issues at home.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
I understand what you're trying to make.
I sit here and bash men on choices that they have done when this whole world is messed up.
I have issues with someone taking advantage of another person. So no matter
there's older women that rape young guys.
And they should be in jail. No one's saying that they shouldn't be in jail. The problem is when they get raped, and I do consider it molestation and rape. I do. However, when that happens, what ends up happening is it gets covered up and everybody is clapping the boy behind the head and telling him he did a good job. So whose fault is that part of it? If I was a mother and I have a young boy and something happens to my 8-year-old son and I don't go and tell the police, that is my fault. If someone touched your daughter, you would kill them, Superior. They probably wouldn't even make it to the cops.
Allegedly.
However, if you had a 15-year-old son who was messing with a 20-year-old girl, you would not be the same way with your son. And you know daggone well you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
So whose fault is that?
I would get on them and say, won't you find somebody around your own whatchamacallit? But on the back end, as a father, I think I'd be like, yeah, look.
The mother would probably be like, oh my God.
Yeah. Stay away from my son, you nasty bee. Like, she probably would say
I'm ready to fight. I'm letting you know right now. Yeah. I had somebody tell me that they personally like older women, that when my son get a certain age, they were going to make sure my son was with older women. And I was like, oh my God, I will have to kill somebody.
And just to let you know, and I didn't say this, but this segment is sponsored by Superior Natural Spring Water. It's better when it's cold. Like I said, 30 years is too much, and then you start going at his money and stuff. Why are you doing that? Then, the cell that he's in recently, they went at his roommate. Like, his roommate got too much money on his book, so he could share it with R. Kelly. We don't want him to have that neither. What are y'all trying to do? Make R. Kelly kill himself? That's what y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to make it so bad that he hangs himself and kills himself? Y'all trying to make an example of him, but you're not making an example for the good, because there's issues where there was an issue, and this ain't allegedly, 2 police officers got off. They raped a female, not raped her, I guess
Well,
had
we have to
sex
say
with her.
allegedly.
Allegedly raped a female in the back of a van. They said she came on to them. She aroused them. That's why. Ain't y'all working? Ain't you working? I don't care what she aroused. So if you have the badge, it's different.
So
Recently,
your
a
issue
cop
is-
threw a woman to the floor in Yonkers. Big shout out to Styles. Because Styles got into it like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you need to throw a woman to the floor for that's not confrontational? Like, what is that for? You know what it is? It's like master. Like, y'all know that. Y'all can sit there and say, see,
It's getting off topic.
it's getting off topic. So we're not gonna, that's another show. But just know we will address it. But it's still like that. You can't do certain stuff, but we can, or whatever. So we can't sit there, we gotta talk about, I said the whole system needs to be done over. It needs to be done over. I was talking to my man Kev Boogie the other day, and I told him, I said, look, I think personally, us as a race, we need to sit down with other races and have a big race meeting, and we need to do enough is enough.
I say,
We
we
do.
first need to clean up our own house.
Yeah, but you can't clean up your house.
This is why I say that. When you go to, and this is way off topic, but when you go to the Jewish community, they have their own policing. Okay? When you go to the Spanish community,
They do their own crimes too, and we don't know nothing about it.
Exactly.
You think we gonna do that?
No, what I'm saying is we don't push ourselves to be together. We separate ourselves in every fashion that we can. Even with the Spanish race, I have seen one race of Latin talk about another race of Latin, however, will hire that race before they hire a black person. So the issue is we need to start being like that. We need to buy black, we need to own our stuff, and we need to push for our stuff. If you're not pushing for it, when the things was happening with R. Kelly, now I don't like to really discuss this situation with R. Kelly because to me he was wrong. 30 years is excessive.
Yeah, but
however,
you're talking about he's wrong
however,
from old charges
it
and old
doesn't matter.
That's
because
not right
as
now
a
why
female,
he's in
listen,
jail.
wait. But as a female who was molested, it stays with you the rest of your life.
Okay.
So therefore, there should have never been statutes of limitations on molestation.
Okay.
Okay. Now, people could say, "Oh, he was fed girls." If you trying to lose weight and I keep giving you chocolate cake and you keep eating the cake, it's my fault that you gain weight.
You gave me the cake.
Superior. I will get violent.
Don't give me the cake.
I will get violent. You know
You
damn
can get
well.
violent all you want.
You know
gave
damn well
me
you
the
could say
cake.
no.
No, it's hard to say no. Mentally, they can't.
It's not that hard to say no.
It's not hard. It's hard for.
Listen,
it's hard for a man.
My favorite
Do you know
dessert.
that they was being prepped how to come
I
on to him?
believe you. I very much believe you.
That's in paperwork. That
I
ain't allegedly.
100% believe the story.
So why the parents ain't getting in trouble?
That's what I said. His whole team, everybody that knew from top to bottom should be in jail. He should have got 15 to 20, and everybody underneath him should have got 5 to 7. And that's how I really feel about
And
it.
I bet you if that would have happened,
Including his wife.
but if that would have happened,
Well,
you would have heard a whole bunch of other stuff.
So?
It would have came out because husband and wife is not going to jail. A husband will flip in a minute, or a woman will flip in a minute. Be like, that was my husband's idea. He wanted to do
I had
that.
nothing to do with it.
That'll happen,
It depends on
and
the
it'll
couple.
get messy.
Depends on the couple.
No. If me and you was together.
If we were
Just say
together,
this-
let me explain something
Hold
to
on,
you.
hold on.
I have fought with dudes before
No.
while someone else was attacking them.
Say
I don't play
say
that
we
stuff.
was devious like that, like those parents. And me and you was together. We were like, fuck that, you know.
You always off topic.
F that. You told your daughter to do this. You was with it too. Yeah, I was with it. We was trying to get paid. Damn, we got caught. What we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But as soon as they talk about giving us time, one of us got to go do that time. Both of us ain't going.
If you ask me, the man should definitely do it.
The man shouldn't go if you prepped your daughter to come.
No, if she prepped and the father just knew about it, then yes, the person that prepped the child should get more time. It's disgusting.
I'm
but
just saying to you,
happens.
if that would have happened, you would have heard a whole bunch of new stuff.
I'd rather that.
Yeah.
I'd rather them start going after people who are knowingly are around this. If people start doing that, it would happen less to kids.
For instance, we got to stop
Like
with the
with
kid
the
stuff
movie-
because there's
with the-
older
okay.
women that he messed with. Older women that
And
felt
that
the same
whole-
way.
but that whole
the
thing
woman,
is
the
crazy
wife was
to me.
lying. I was chained to the thing every day. Like, so, come on.
Don't
and then you
say,
had
you
two
can't say
more.
she was lying because she wasn't there.
Allegedly, she
Don't
was
even-
chained, and he only undid her when he wanted to have sex and have a baby. And then, when everything went crazy,
When the money went.
yeah, when they even told her, well, we're going to bring him down and this and that and this. Any other woman would change the last name because it would be so disgusting and whatever to him. What did she say? I'm not changing my last name. That's my name.
She earned that last name. And all her children have that last name.
She earned it how?
By being his wife and having to deal with the bull. Even if the abuse wasn't there, the cheating was there.
Okay.
So she earned it. Every last syllable, every last letter in his name, she earned it.
Do you
She
know-
gave him children. She earned it.
Do you know that the powers that be made the most devious cheating machine? That's the woman.
I wish these were bottles. I wish these was bottles right now. Because I would bust you in the side of the
The
head.
most devious creature created to man. You know? We might have to take it all the way back to Apple. I mean, Eve and who ate the apple? Like, you saying the kids here don't eat it?
Wait. You're not a man? You can't say no to an apple? Are you freaking kidding me?
Look,
Adam and Eve, you show me a little titties and I'ma eat the apple and that's my fault?
I tell women no all the time. So
Exactly, so I don't want to hear that,
some men
Sophia.
can't.
It doesn't matter,
You know
then
why I
that's
do it?
on the
I'll tell you
man.
why I do it.
That's his weakness, not
Look,
her
I'll tell you why I
weakness.
tell some women. I'll tell you why I tell some women no. Because women think that what they got between their legs, that they're completely in control. You hear them say that all the time. You hear comedians say, what we got right here controls everything. So when you run into a man that it doesn't control, you know what they're going to say? Oh, he's gay. Oh, he got a little. Yeah, they're not used to a strong man going, I'm good. I'm looking at you. All right, you look good. All right, I might go home and whack off or something, but I ain't messing with you. I'm good.
We are
They
off
cannot-
topic again.
No, we're still there. Because when the parents brought the girls to Kel's and said that they was of age, he was probably looking at them like,
They were not lying about them girls' ages. Stop it.
Allegedly,
What about when
that
he was?
did happen.
What
What
about
are you
when he was
talking about?
driving to the high schools and to the junior high
Yo, you
schools,
must-
picking up girls? What about when he was
you're
going to the
by, You're
McDonald's?
going by what you see on the net. Don't go by all of that.
Whatever.
The net will tell you that I'm a
Do you know him personally?
multi-millionaire. I'm not.
Do you know him personally?
You
That
don't
you know that.
You know what you know personally?
Wait. That you
Social
know.
media.
No, that you know him personally. That you know
But you
that
have to
he
say
was
allegedly.
that people were
You
lying.
don't know that. You
Okay,
don't know that.
allegedly.
Like
he
Michael
was
Jackson,
lying.
for instance, will stay in the same thing. Them kids said, no, we're talking about sexual whatever. Those
They
kids
said
said
he
Mike
showed
ain't
them
touching.
Originally, they said this was the originally. They said that he showed them dirty magazines and that he touched them. Then there was 2 boys that testified that said that Mike never touched them. Then years later,
Don't forget the father.
allegedly, the father killed himself right after.
Yeah, and he left a note.
That said
saying
that
he
nothing.
lied.
I believe that story. I believe.
He
First
wanted
of all,
money.
when they did the interview in the background with Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson was saying he was sleeping with the little boy, I was like, Lord, this guy is gonna go back to jail because come on, You just can't put yourself in certain positions.
But his lawyers, you do know his lawyers told him he wanted to fight he had the money to fight all that shit. His lawyers did an interview and I saw it. They said, each time we told Mike to pay him, they said, I wish we never told him that. He never wanted to pay. We're the ones that told him to pay. Because him paying $5 million is like $5 to him.
But it made him look guilty.
Yeah.
It definitely
and
makes
that's
you look
why
guilty.
he didn't want to do it. But they made him do it. Once again, the powers that be.
You have to be in control of yourself.
You can control it. Okay, but lawyers supposed to be looking out for you, right?
But there has to be some accountability for the person.
I got you on that.
No matter what anybody said, R. Kelly did not plead, right?
No.
Okay then, like
About
I said.
Charlie Sheen.
I don't want to talk
Why
about
old girls didn't? What happened?
Because none.
They all white? No.
No, none of them
Some of
came
them were
forward.
black.
But none of them came forward.
Then where did they get the
can't
number
compare.
from? Where did they get the number from?
What I'm saying is none of them
They
came
had to come forward. Say they
to try to get, okay,
Say
he
they-
might have paid them on the back end. What I'm saying is none of them went and pressed charges.
But how do we
None of
know
them
that?
tried to, that's what I just said. I said he might have paid them on the back end.
No,
We
I
don't
said
know
they
that.
might have went and tried to press charges.
It would have came up by
The
now.
powers that be running the system.
It would have came up by now.
If they don't want you to, okay.
Because there was a smear campaign for a minute on Charlie Sheen. Then it calmed down.
It didn't last.
It didn't last.
He
It didn't
got a
last.
show called Anger Management right after that.
I didn't say. It
Bill
didn't last.
Cosby, they tried to take everything down.
Yes.
The Jello, the interviews, the Fat Albert. You gonna take Fat Albert off? What that got to do with anything? He was doing a character. What that got to do with anything? That's messed up. That's you trying to destroy. Look, that's what it is. We could keep it in sexual if we want, but that's what it is. It's control. Mike Vick. Family was fighting dogs. They care about a dog more than they care about us. Mike Vick got in trouble for that and had to go to jail.
I am not saying
No,
that
I'm
the
not
system
saying-
isn't messed
No,
up.
but I'm telling you, that same system, you're telling me, say this is the system with mud. You telling me, Sue, come in this mud and we gotta come together and we gotta whatever. You're not gonna be able to do it. It's set up for us to fail. We have to do it a whole different way.
I didn't say it doesn't have to be done a different way. What I'm saying is it has to be done, period. We could keep talking till we're blue in the face about how the system is screwing
Right,
us,
and that-
but if we're not doing
Not
nothing
just
to
the system,
feed,
not just the system.
but if we're not doing anything to help that situation, then we're continuing the process. It's the same thing as if you notice your son is in school and you feel like the teacher is racist towards your son, or your teacher is not doing what he needs to do for your child, but you keep him in that school or you're not fighting for your child. If you're not fighting for what's right, then you're gonna get bulldozed. And that's plain and simple. And we do need to fight better ways. We need to have more lawyers. We need to have more cops. We need to have more people try to be politicians. And we need to be the ones that go out and vote for these politicians. And we need to stop buying this stuff. Every single time I've ever seen where we're gonna boycott this place. Nobody actually boycotts them. No black people actually boycott them. So what happens?
What are we still buying Jordans for?
Exactly.
That's our race. We need to talk about it. Well, matter of fact, it's
That is
everybody.
off topic.
No. You just said something about what we need to do and whatever, and we need to have a conversation. I'm telling you that even that conversation won't be handled right. So what the hell we gonna sit down and kumbaya and come together? Yeah, we need to talk
The
about
issue
all
is
of
we're
this.
not focused. Even with the Black Lives
They
Matter,
focus when they
you
doing it.
have to stay focused on what you actually want. You can't just get out and protest with nowhere to go. Even when they did the 1%er march, and what was that? A few years ago, like 5-6 years ago, when it was white, black, Spanish, everybody was on Wall Street. Those types of things. There was no focus. If you're not focusing what you're fighting for and have a clear cause, when all the money was funneled to Black Lives Matter, instead of them trying to open up black schools, black private schools, or black educational programs for our kids, they're buying $1 million houses and giving their families jobs. That's the real problem. And we can't, it's even an issue in certain parts of Africa. When you're funneling money to help certain places and they're corrupt, they're not pushing it pushing it down or building us up. If we're not building us up and making things better, come on. There are people that move to a particular, let's say we decide to buy 5 acres of land. One of those acres of land we should be building a house on. If it's 10 families and we buy 5 acres of land, why aren't we building our own school? Why are we sending our kids over to the white school?
Why do we have to call it the white school?
You know what I mean. Not the white school, I'm sorry. Public education, or an education that isn't for our kids. When kids of a different race go to private schools, or even schools that are in better neighborhoods, they're learning different languages. My little cousin just came back from Korea, okay? And she lives up in Connecticut. My friend's kids go to camp for free in Fishkills. Why don't we have these programs in places that are predominantly black and brown?
You see, we off topic a little bit. I'm sorry, but you know,
way off topic.
When she gets going, I just let her go. But we'll be right back. We're gonna take this quick commercial break. We'll be right back. But before we leave, I want to leave you with something. Do not think that I'm sitting here cheering for R. Kelly. As a DJ, I love R. Kelly's music. No one will tell me not to play it. Just like Elvis, when we come back, we have to address him. Just to let you know, before we go on break, I'm sure you've seen all them girls marching. Why are they marching to Mount Free R. Kelly? I thought all women was terrorized and whatever. We'll be right back.
It's better when it's cold. You heard the queen. It's better when it's cold, man. Stop playing. That's what you're gonna have to do. Yo, I want your girls to bathe in the water. I'm telling you, if they bathe in the water, it'll bring out the juices in their body and shit. Superior natural spring water. It's better when it's cold. My dividends are bigger than you little men.
Yeah. Check it out. DJ Superior, I'm in the building. Yo, check this out. Big shout out to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, that support me and stuff. Check this out. Woo! I'm coming with the new situation. Superior quality headphones. Now, of course, they're not Beats by Dre. Everybody like, they Beats by Dre? No. I'm not in competition with Beats by Dre. You know what I'm saying? You see the Superior on the back also. Like, superior quality is on here. You know what I'm saying? So you see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of happy. You know what I'm saying? Got these joints. I'm wearing a pair right here. Look at that. Superior quality. All right. Yeah, I just got shit in here. Got a box. I got other colors also. I got blue. Woo! It's mostly blue, gray, white. Got some whites. Okay, a couple of joints. White joints. Big shout out to the company and big shout out to my, My Miss Gladys. Just shout out to you, Miss Gladys, for helping me out, doing what you did. I always take them out. We can't put them all back in. I don't know why that happens. And check this out. I got the sweaters. Woo! And I got the shirts. I got the sweaters just in case y'all start, yo, it's hardcore. Yeah, it comes with sweaters. Look at that. Look at that. Superior quality. You see that? Let me show you something. Look what the sweater says down the arm. Down the arm. I mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. Superior quality. Yeah. Superior. Welcome back to Play Your Position. Play your position, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like when we went off, I said something about, you know, there was a lot of women marching for R. Kelly. And they wasn't doing it one day and stopped. They did it a couple of times. And, you know, people were like, why are they marching? And it wasn't all black women. It was black women. It was white women, Spanish women. It was women. And you know, I respect those women. You know why? Because those women know their own game. So they know when it's ball. You know, they do know that growing up and going to school and all that, you always wanted an older dude. You didn't want no young dude. I know girls now that won't mess with young dudes. And when I say that, when I'm talking about young dude, I'm not talking about no 15, 16. We're not talking about that. What I'm talking about is, I know a chick that's like 37, and a guy could be liking her that's 30, and she like, nah. She want an older dude. Even the 19-year-olds, they want an older dude. They don't want a younger dude. The younger dudes don't want to do nothing but play on the corner and do dumb stuff. And
I'm gonna say that's back in the day.
That's not back in the days.
That is something different now.
That is not back in the days.
We don't run in the same circle, obviously.
Me being a youth director and was a part of being around a ton of kids.
But that was again back in the day.
No, it's not back in the days. Because right now I still do work.
Superior, we've both worked with children in different aspects.
Recently.
I worked with boys, and all my boys were messing with older women. They weren't messing with girls their age. And most of my friends are not. I have some that date older men, and I have some that date younger men. And we already know. I definitely gear more towards the younger men. So it depends on the circles that you run. I care more about a man's masculinity, how strong he is, and it's not an age thing.
But there's a bunch of more women.
It's a maturity thing. But even with men that are older, there's still a legal age that they could wait, but that's what you start talking about. And the woman could wait. When he messing with a 19 or 21-year-old,
19 was the lowest I went.
19 or 20-year-old, you could rock out with whoever you want to rock out because you turned of age. Male or female. Once you turn 19 years old, I have never went that far back. Never went that far back since I've had kids.
I was just getting on a girl the other day about, she just turned 20. But I had got on her about, she had 2 kids already. So she cursed me out. She was like, you know that we're women, we mature faster than you men. So I am a woman at, I think y'all are women at 17.
Don't get me to lying about that.
Whatever they, yeah.
But what was her
16
real
or
point?
17?
What was her point
was
of the situation?
She was already doing adult things.
It depends on.
She got 2 kids. She didn't need my advice.
I've met guys that are in their 40s. I'm hoping these people don't see it. And I've had no, but they'll know the situation.
So that's their problem.
And I've had conversations with them,
okay,
and they think that they're impressing me with how much money they're making, and I'm like, do they not know bills? Do they not understand economy? But now I've met younger dudes that are doing their damn thing, that are making money, that are propelling themselves. So the maturity level, I don't say male or female, because there are some men that are way more mature than women, and they're young. And there are some women who are older that are way more immature when it comes to certain things.
Let's go around the corner real quick.
All right, what's around the corner? Because I don't know the girl. Does she do her thing? Like, all jokes aside, besides her being 20 with 2 kids, is she financially doing what she's supposed to do?
No, she strips.
She's making money. What is wrong with stripping?
I didn't say nothing was wrong with stripping.
Oh, okay. No, you said it like, no, she strips.
That's looking at this, y'all gonna think something's wrong with me if I said that there's something wrong.
No, you made it seem like that's not a legitimate job. That's a legitimate job. She's making money. What is she doing with that money is more of the issue. Is she stacking her bread so that she can get a house? Is she putting it in IRAs? Or is she trying to get LLCs? Is she building her business outside of stripping? That's the issue.
She's stripping, and she's also a street giver. And that's why
I don't know what a street giver is. I don't know that term.
It's a person that gives something to somebody else on the street.
She's a businesswoman. Her body is her business.
Do you see the bowl?
No, her body is a business, and now, honestly, it should be legal. What you're talking about, because I know what you're talking about now. It should be legal. It should be legal.
Why should it be legal now?
It should have always been legal. It should have never been illegal. If weed is, I can't believe weed became legal before selling your body.
That should have been legal, weed. But
all of it
so
should
you're
have been.
trying to say, if
it's a business.
Is selling her body.
There are men who do it and don't get in trouble for it. Gigolos, don't even try it.
There's not a lot of gigolos. All right. If
that's because y'all can't do what we do.
You're right, we can't. Y'all are masters. Didn't I say that? I said masters of doing certain stuff. That's y'all. We do know.
Go on.
Like I said, if that girl was a street worker and she's hitting a guy off and he paying her, the older guy, then that older guy gets rich and gets famous and he's all over the place. You do know that they're coming after him later.
No, but again.
But she's a businesswoman.
He didn't.
So say,
no.
Say I was
he
like
did not
that.
protect himself.
Yeah, but say I'm like that.
But he did not protect himself.
Let me give you an example. Say my name is.
Why didn't he get an NDA?
Say my name is Jack Lowe, and I don't want no girl, and I just want to pay for it. I want to go see business women.
There's nothing wrong
and pay them. It is something wrong with it because later they're gonna try to come at me, and I was like, bitch. I mean, didn't we sit down and make an agreement? I told you I don't want this and this. I just want this.
If it was legal and there was contracts, that would not be an issue. Think about that.
You saw that?
Think about that.
I'm glad she touched on that because I have a contract. I have a contract that a woman made. A woman made a contract.
Don't point to me because
she didn't make it.
Okay, I was ready to say, don't point at me.
I pointed at her because she brought the contract up. So they all think like that. Thank you, God.
Yes.
So, like I said, this girl made a contract and she put certain stuff on there. I went along with it because I couldn't believe. I mean, it's my homegirl. Big shout out to her. I won't say her last name, but I'll say her first name. Big shout out to Khadijah. Me and her had a little contract, and well, that's my homegirl. She.
You better let her know that you're doing this.
I didn't say her last name.
Either way.
Did you listen to DMX? What these bitches want from a nigga? Did you hear how many girls he named?
Of course.
And they tried to sue and they couldn't. He didn't say their last name.
I didn't say you could sue. I just said let her know.
Yeah.
Since there's a contract.
I'm not letting nobody know. I'm just telling you, the contract was made, and certain things in the contract, it said things, and you should have seen what the lady was saying.
You didn't add stuff to it?
Probably one or two things, but the stuff she was saying sounded good, so I was like, maybe I don't need to add nothing. If we see each other in public and I'm with somebody else, don't say nothing to me. Don't act like you don't know me. We'll walk. I'll talk to you later. after we do it, and if you come to my house and we do it, right after we do it, you have to leave. There's no staying over. There's no whatever. And
I like her.
And if there's like booty calls and stuff like that, there's a time limit to call for that.
I want to see
But
this.
if I want it, there's no time limit. You should be able to get up and come over and whatever. She had a whole bunch of stuff in this contract. Some of it I was like, wow. Like, part of me just wanted to see, is she jiving or is she really lived by this? She really lived by it. Because there was times I would see her and she would go, clause 5. And I was like,
I need to meet her.
I'm like,
I want to meet her.
she's not around. She moved away because everybody thought she was crazy. She was very smart. And I'm mad that I
don't think nothing was wrong with that. And if years down the line you become this billionaire,
I'm going to have a contract.
no, but what I'm saying is she can't say you took advantage of her because there was a contract. That's what I'm saying, and that's why I believe it should be legal. Because I think it will keep people safe. It will keep, I believe that it will keep more people safe than not safe.
You know what'll happen?
And I believe that it'll slow down trafficking.
You'll be right in court and they be like, he manipulated me and made me do that. I didn't want to do that. And
that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
I'm talking about the sign of contract.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, what are you talking
I'm talking about having a legal business. Oh my God, let me explain to you.
So you're saying the body
if they
is
legalize
illegal?
that, yes, this is my body. I can legally give it to whoever I want for whatever I want. I've never given out my body for money, but I don't think that people should not be able to do that. You should be able to gain or give away whatever you want to give. It is your body to do it. What I'm saying is, we make a union, we have it legal, you have to go through certain channels. It's not, oh, I'm just walking up and down the street, or you just call me and I'm throwing my pussy at you. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, y'all have social media now. You don't need to
understand what I'm talking about. I am talking about making it a real business. The same way, as soon as weed was legalized, weed shop starts opening. Weed shop starts opening. If a woman if it's legal for you to sell your body, male or female, because we keep saying it's woman, male or female, we open up shops, we have unions, we have affordable rates, we have discount days.
You know what's gonna end up happening?
No, not what
After a while, nobody's ever gonna want that woman.
that happens anyway. What are you talking about? And let me explain to you something.
I don't want no woman.
Let me explain something to you. You saying that, it makes no sense. The reason that I say that is a lot of men say, oh, I don't want women with a lot of bodies. I don't want women with a lot of bodies. But in the industry, there are a lot of women who sleep with the same men. And those women get passed around and passed around and passed around into the one dude that marries her. Right or wrong.
And he's retarded.
No. But most of the time, y'all don't say that. A lot of times, those women get bigged up. Or at least they still getting passed around. Ain't nobody said, oh, let me stop getting head from Superhead. Did they ever say that? Ain't nobody ever said that. So that theory is bull.
Okay.
Some men care about that. But that theory in general is bull.
You think I want to be somewhere with my girl, me and her chilling?
I didn't say you.
No. I'm giving you an example. I know you. None of this is me. I know you ain't saying me. We just talking. I'm trying to represent the fellas. I'm out with my girl. We chilling. We had an industry party, and that's me scratching this. Nobody farted. No, because they'll hear it sound like, did he just poop? Like, you know how social media is. Chilling with my girl. We had an industry party. Mad guys is walking by, looking at my girl going. So I'm like, after the 12th, I need
Wait, but you expect women to do the same thing.
I'm just saying.
No. But you expect women to do the same thing.
So I had a woman that...
Superior. Me and you have been out together to go out to eat. Allegedly for business. So don't even try to play that game. We have been out to eat for business.
This is my road dog.
And years. Females. Oh, superior. Yes. You know that I'm not that chick. So I don't really care. We've been out to eat and women have walked up to the table and start twerking in front of you.
Yeah, that happened recently. Big shout out to Applebee's. Yeah, it was crazy.
Can we not shout out where we were?
They don't know what your Applebee's. There's 1,000 Applebee's.
I don't
But they're gonna go to
But
one.
you don't know who might see it and know what we're talking about.
I'm talking about the one my cousin worked at.
Anyway, you're cut that out. Cut that out. Anyway, the point is, as a female, the only thing that you know what you said to me? You was like, yo, I love that you don't get jealous. Because I don't get jealous at stuff like that. I don't care. But my point is, as a female that was dating, if I was a female that was dating you, you would not expect me to have a problem with that. Right? And please do not ask. Yes, you might say no to a lot of women. But please don't act like you don't get a lot of pussy.
I'm being honest with you.
I'm not talking about turning down pussy.
Do I get a lot of offers?
We know both.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, and in most places, what have I said to you when you've invited me places? Superior, if you fuck somebody there, let me know, because I don't want nobody to try to put hands on me and we're just friends. So let me know.
I wouldn't mess with somebody like that would do that.
I don't know. That's some crazy woman.
No, I don't have women like that.
The way you talk about women, you would think you had a couple of them.
No, I got homegirl. I got ride or dies around me.
All right, good.
A lot of the girls around me are number ones. None of them are number twos. They don't even play the number two shit. So if I start something, they're gonna finish it. That's why I don't start nothing.
Okay.
I lived with girls. I had girls live with me.
But I'm not saying most women. There are women.
That Jack Tripper shit that y'all watched on TV, Three's Company. I lived that shit.
I know.
I had girls live with me.
You
I didn't mess with them. Because a girl told me. She said, "You start something, we gonna do it, but I'm not paying rent no more." She said, "I'm moving in your room."
And see, that's a G.
So I left them the F alone and just let them pay rent.
And she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, but that's once again a woman trying to. I'm just trying to get you to understand.
A woman trying to do what?
Look,
she
I know men do it too. I know men do it too.
But when this is a problem.
This is a business too.
If
I'm giving you the
exactly.
this is a business.
But see, you gotta know your worth.
Going.
But you gotta know your worth. The same way she said that to you, you could have counteracted that. You chose to say, you know what? I'm not gonna touch it because I already see what it is. I respect her very much so because she let you know where she was from.
But that's not why
and where she was coming from. I'm always down for if you a man and we're dating and you're like, yeah, this is how it's gonna be. This is what I need from you. This is what you need from me, and this is how we're gonna move. I respect that better than a man lying to me. So what she did was tell you the truth.
But I didn't have a problem with it. They was with me for like 9 years. And we could bring girls on this show that lived with me and they could tell you how much a gentleman I was with them. I didn't do anything. Because sometimes, I was DJing at a strip club. I've been around titties and ass all the time. That's nothing. I don't get...
You grew up with sisters.
No, I look, but I don't, I might look and go, God damn, whatever, but everything ain't a follow-up. So, like I said, this world, the moral of the story is what we was talking about with everything. The Bill Cosby's, we didn't even touch Elvis. Elvis should be touched. I don't know why people don't touch the Elvis story. Like, he got that girl pregnant at allegedly.
No. She moved in with him. Her parents, again the same thing. Her parents allowed her allegedly to move in with him at 15. They did everything allegedly according to her, because she's the only one alive. Allegedly, all they did was other things. Oral, touch, of course. That's what she.
He did when kid, though.
I believe it.
Doesn't matter.
And I think it's disgusting. And the second she turned of age, they got married, and she got pregnant with her daughter. That is what happened.
So they did a Woody Allen? That's what you're saying?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. The little girl was his niece, or they adopted
her.
What was that story?
It was his wife's adopted daughter, which I think is disgusting. Even if he waited till she was legal, it's friggin' disgusting.
Once again, who initiated?
He helped raise her.
His wife's
daughter.
Okay.
So who do you think manipulated who?
I'm just saying it's women stuff again.
No, but who do you think manipulated who? You think that 11-year-old girl was okay? Thank you, because she was 11, I believe, when the
What I'm saying is
Mia
the wife should have shut that down a long time ago.
She didn't know until she found the pictures, and by the time she found the pictures, the daughter was 19.
A woman knows when
something is wrong. Yes,
a woman knows.
Yes,
if your man is aggressive with you all the time, and y'all get into it, and you know when you done what your man does to you, what he do, and then you see when it slows down and he ain't doing something. He found some new puss. That's what happened.
First off, let me explain something to you. Just because a man is sleeping with another woman does not mean your sex life slows down. Usually,
slow down.
No. Let me explain to you. Usually when a man is cheating, he is treating you the best of your relationship. Now, if your man is treating you bad and he's cheating, you need to move the fuck on, because obviously he's a jerk.
You think all men that cheat is treating you good?
Listen, the ones that know what they have at home but still want to have fun, they're going to treat their girl good, because they're going to have guilt for doing what they're doing. And that's the truth about that part. And as far as the cheating and lying and who they're with, the way you notice when your man is cheating is he's usually a little happier. He usually using a different type of cologne.
What men do you, what?
That does happen. Come on, I was listening to this podcast, and this girl said she knew her man was cheating because he brushed his teeth different. Y'all move different. When men are with another woman, they usually move different. Meaning they start being a little cheerier. Their hours will start changing. Now, when your man is trying to fight to get out the house.
Can you give me that scenario too? I would love to hear it. When a woman is cheating, what is her?
I don't think we have enough time.
We do. We got a few.
No, it's time for us to start wrapping up.
We will wrap up after you do that. So real quick. I know it's too long, that's why you said that. But go ahead, just take some parts from me.
I didn't say I was going to give all the cheat codes for women.
Because my baby mother cheated on me. And I saw the symptoms after a while, how she was acting.
So you don't need that from me?
No, but I need to, there's different.
Okay, to be honest, the majority of the time when a woman starts cheating, they are done with the relationship.
Is they happy? Like you said, the man is?
The other man makes her happy, yes.
No.
If y'all pay attention, you would know.
So us, if you pay attention to her,
no. If you're paying attention to her, you'll know the subtle differences. When she starts going out and trying, all of a sudden, when she is supposed to be going out with her girlfriends, and all of a sudden, she's either doing her hair a certain way that she never did it before. I like to wear my hair curly. Let's say I meet a guy and he likes my hair straight. All of a sudden, I'll start wearing my hair straight more often. Every time I'm going out with my friends, I'll wear my hair straight.
You hear all the cheat code stuff that they do?
And that's why I'm not telling no more.
Yeah?
That's telling no more.
Lady Savage.
What?
No, Lady Savage. You keeping it real. I like that. Because a lot of women be fronting. I be seeing all that. But she said, as far as us men, though, we be cheesing, we happy, we treating you good. I don't agree with that.
They either treat you good, or you get the ones that try to fight with you so that they could get out the house.
Now that was from
But
a
those
woman.
are still.
Woman did that.
But they.
Woman made that rule.
But they still do.
I come in the house, I go in the refrigerator.
Why you in the refrigerator like that?
Little bit of juice
Because
left.
they're done with the relationship.
I'll be like,
It's
no.
actually not, the cheating is a byproduct, but they were probably done with the relationship and arguing with you way before they started cheating. And that's, to be honest, because it's not easy for a woman to cheat when she is truly in love with you, or her nature is polyamorous. But we're not talking about that.
Them girls will be in their routine and thinking about their man. They don't care. I have had girls in the past say to me, we can mess around, but we could do this. I ain't gonna say it. We could do this, but I don't want to do this.
They're not still in love with their man.
They said this part is sacred for my man.
No. They don't want to leave their man because of what the whole unit is for them. It's not that, it's a difference. I do not believe love and cheating has anything to do with each other, but I know that with women, we are usually very loyal. Even if we don't want to sleep with you no more, if we're loyal to you, we usually won't go outside of that.
Like I said, we have a lot of different issues, men and women. And as you see, now, all of that stuff we talked about, you see we have a lot of stuff on our hands in this world to deal with. It can't be a regular conversation. You have to play your position, you know? I can play my position if I see, like, my girlfriend cheating or doing something. I'm not saying doing what she was going out looking for. So I gotta play my position and get myself right for she ain't gotta do that. But if she's my best friend, and she always was my best friend, I'm gonna let her, and my baby mother can vouch for this. She was my best friend. So regardless of whatever happened, I won't put her on blast. She moved on, but I'm always there for her. And I wish somebody ever put their hands on her. She knows what would happen. But she's there. Like you, you're my friend. You're a beautiful woman, you know? I respect your, you know. But like I said, this is our first show, Play Your Position. Big shout out to everybody out there. Leave your comments under on Facebook, you know. We will answer it. And I guess we'll see you next time. And one we forgot, but we don't gotta go into it. What's the guy with the robe walking around all day? What's his name?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You have not, or whatever?
Okay.
Yeah, look at him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus. You wait till the 10th hour to say that?
Yeah, his is too deep. It's long.
You're right.
He walking around with a robe all day with women. People's mothers, kids, in the bed with him.
3 generations of women.
Sleeping in the bed with him. Man walking around with no robe, balls hanging. Women didn't have a problem with that, did they? We'll see you later. Play your position.
Allegedly.